I recalled fondly when you first got the listing, right?
Yeah.
We were like, wow, 1.05. And we were not very confident, to be really honest, right? We were confident we could sell at a top price.
Correct, yes.
But we were not confident that we could sell it in one day.
Yes,
right?
Correct, yeah.
So
and because we're facing time constraints
that's
also.
Right. Welcome to our Locked It series, where we share with you guys our secrets of how our brokers have been selling homes at top record prices. And you know what? In the past 7 years, JNA Real Estate has done more than 4,000 transactions and close to $2 billion worth of real estate transactions done. And that's the reason why we decided that we're going to let you in the secret of how we constantly sell homes breaking record prices. And if you are one of the two target audience, number one, if you're an owner that is struggling to sell your home and you are just so demoralized and so dejected and feel so helpless, it is okay because this content is for you. You can give some pro tips to your agents based on what we have recommended you. Or number two, if you are a real estate agent. You know, today I just received a text from a real estate agent texting me that she has 4 units in Orchard that she can't sell. And she's wondering how we hit record transactions in HDB, Orchard, or even landed properties. And this is the perfect video for you because you are going to know our secret on how we can constantly help clients sell homes at record transactions. And today, we have none other than Mr. Charlie Go.
Yes.
The team lead for mass market who recently just sold a HDB at highest ever transactions post-COVID.
Yeah.
Okay? Higher ever price in the entire block. And he did it in just one day. One day. Mr. Charlie Go, tell me more about this particular HDB. It's a 4-room flat, right?
Yes, a 4-room flat.
In Ghim.
Yep.
Yeah, tell me more about this unit.
Okay, so when I first took over this listing, right, it was a bit pressurizing
Yes.
because of course, every seller also want the top price, man. Right?
100%.
Every seller.
I also want.
Yeah, every seller wants the highest price.
Who don't want? Yeah.
Right? And the target that he wanted, right, was 1.05 M.
Ooh.
Yeah, last transacted.
$1 million HDB that we are hearing.
Yeah.
And we have done a couple.
Yeah. So, and the last transacted was 1.005. That means 1 M and $5,000 lah.
And was that on a higher floor or was it on a lower floor?
Higher floor.
Wow.
Higher floor.
So higher
like
floor,
top floor.
12th floor. Top floor. Highest floor.
Highest floor.
At 1.005 million transacted.
Yes.
Ours original condition, I believe. Not much renovation done.
A little bit lah.
Yes.
Little bit, yeah.
And wanting 1.05 million.
Yes.
I saw
Which
the
is like
photos that
45K above lah.
I remember when we had that listing and we were discussing and we were like, let's do the JNA risk.
Yeah, let's do it lah. Let's
right.
do it. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what was some of the... So maybe you can tell us more about this unit. It's a 4-room. Which
It's a
floor
4-room
is it
HDB.
at? Yeah.
It's on the 31st floor.
Yes.
The top floor is 38.
Wow, 7 floors difference.
So 7 floor difference lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the unit wasn't cha-cha or anything. It's quite nice. So that was one of the main selling points.
Yeah.
It literally moving condition.
Yeah.
The main objection that we faced from the buyers that came to view, right, was because the block, although it's on a very, very high floor, it was facing an MRT track.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's one of the biggest objection because of the noise, man.
Yeah.
Every few minutes, the MRT would just, yeah. So the good thing is we're on a pretty decently high floor.
Yes.
So the noise, I would say, noise is very subjective one.
Yeah.
Some people find it very loud.
Or white noise.
Oh yeah. You know? Like if you stay long in a place, it can be white noise.
I did that. My home last time, my first home that I was born, second home, it was facing MRT. And it soon turned into...
White noise.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I really needed it to feel like, okay.
I mean, the truth is, we will adapt more. Humans will adapt, yeah. So we just get used to it lah.
Yes.
So that's how we counter objections lah. You know, when we talk about MRT track. And then the yard used to have a very, very nice unblocked view.
Yes.
Yeah, but now they're
Used to,
yeah. So now the land, very, very nice unblocked, they're going to build BTO.
Oh.
And it's a 40-story BTO.
Wow.
Yeah.
Completely covered.
So
maybe you can
plus the renovation noise. Yeah. So that's the objection that I face.
It feels like the predicament I'm in now. Like my beside is the en bloc property that is going to be built for the 4 years. Yes. And I hope to sell it before that. Okay, but let's bring our audience through the entire process. So I recalled fondly when you first got the listing, right?
Yeah.
We were like, wow, 1.05. And we were not very confident, to be really honest, right? We were confident we could sell at a top price.
Correct, yes.
But we were not confident that we could sell it in one day.
Yes,
right?
Correct, yeah.
So
and because we're facing time constraints
that's
also.
right, because the buyer saw something that they wanted.
Yes.
Yeah, and they wanted to commit to it already.
Correct, yeah.
And they wanted a top price, they wanted to commit to something.
Yes.
Right? Which in the end they committed. And they made money through the investment as well in just a couple of months, right?
Yep.
So my question to you is, what did you do before you made the listing live? Before you took the listing live, what were the processes that you brought this listing through?
Okay, so we went through like the pricing analysis of the unit.
Yes.
And then of course we go through that with the owner lah.
Yeah.
And then we let him know what are the price that we're targeting.
Yes.
What's a good price to exit.
Yes.
And also we did our fair share of marketing lah.
Yep.
Of course we did a home tour video.
Yes.
So
if you want to watch the home tour video, I think it's going to be somewhere here. The link is going to be somewhere here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The home tour video actually helps to bring out the house in a very good light.
Yes.
And of course increase its perceived value lah.
Yes.
And
I remember
and
there was a
selling
children's
points.
corner, right, that you created specifically for this video, right?
No, it was there already.
Oh, it was there.
It was there already. Yeah, it's for
Okay.
the sellers' kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so the area could have been like a study area or
Yes.
play area lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think one of the biggest objections that people have when it comes to $1 million flats, right, is, I mean, location is one thing that sells, but
Correct.
I believe that the size of the living hall is also a little bit smaller to pay
Yes.
$1 million for.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Yep.
when you brought the listing live, right, can I just, maybe just out of curiosity, so the home tour was live, we got inquiries in, we got, from our portals, we got buyers in. How many buyers came for the first day of open house that we sold at top price? How many buyers came?
6.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was the interest on the ground? Were they concerned about the size of the living hall? Were they concerned about the yard? What was
Actually,
it like?
generally the main concern is the MRT track lah.
Yeah.
The MRT track and the renovation. The new BTO that's
Yes.
coming up
That's blocking the
the
view
noise
lah.
which is the construction noise
Yes.
lah.
Yes.
That's the main objection.
Yeah.
And the thing is, right, actually the inquiries were quite healthy one.
Yeah.
We had like 20 inquiries,
Beautiful.
but only 6 came down to view after they
Because?
knew that it was facing the MRT track.
Yeah.
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 So out of that whole HDB blocks, right?
Yes.
That whole like development lah.
Yes.
So there were 5 blocks.
Yeah.
That all completed at the same time, which is
Yes.
29, 30, 31, 32, 33 lah.
Yes.
31, 32, 33 were the like sort of like the premium blocks.
Yeah.
Because they face a landed enclave ma. It's
Yes.
like a high floor unblocked view, really
Yes.
unblocked view.
Yes.
You know, you don't face MRT tracks or
No
anything.
blockage in the
No
future
blockage,
because
yeah.
master plan is not going to change it
Correct.
into a whole building.
Yeah. So that one,
Preserve view.
that one will be easy to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course at a higher price lah.
Yes.
Some people are willing to pay lah.
Yeah.
But because outside we're facing MRT tracks ma.
Yes.
Then for block 29 and 30, the view is pretty much similar.
Yeah.
And block 29 never break 1M before.
Wow.
Yeah.
And ours is in block 30, right?
Block 30, yeah.
Yes, that's
Similar
right.
view lah, similar view.
So I
Yeah.
think one important thing when it comes to selling a home, right, is that number one, we all know that most sellers want top price. And
Yes.
there's nothing wrong.
Yep.
Because now the valuation of my house is at a certain price. I want 500k more. So I can buy landed, right? No, I don't put too much cash down. And it's nothing wrong. You need to choose an agent that believes in it and is convicted in it. Because once the agent themselves my blog and keep justifying the price, I'll be like that. I never try the market.
Yeah.
I always tell the team this: you're not God. You will not know how much the property is sold at. I remember fondly back in 2019 where I sold a property that was valued at $2.5 million at $3.5 million in the first day 13 viewing scheme.
Well, that's crazy.
And I almost rejected the seller, telling her I cannot sell at 3 million. She wanted 3. We did at 3.5. So in the end, she's an 80-plus-year-old lady. She retired with $3 million cash because it's a fully paid property and $500,000 to buy a Ghim flat last time. Last time $500,000
Yeah.
5 years ago. Now it's about $1 million. A bit more different, right? And this is the first thing. Second thing, I believe, is the strategy when it comes to open house. A lot of people love open houses.
Yep.
But some people, they don't know how to strategically put buyers together.
Yep.
And the key is to choose the quality of buyers. Because can you imagine out of the 20, if we didn't filter or do a home tour or share with them some of the potential objections,
Yes.
they come down, out of the 20, 14 come and say, MRT track facing, the 6 is not going to be excited to
Yeah,
offer,
yep,
right?
yep.
But honestly, it's not being dishonest. Some people are truly okay with it. Like for me, if the price is okay, I'm okay with MRT track. I
Yep.
grew up in a home right beside a tennis court and an MRT track. So every day you'll hear, pok, 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 then, right? So I think the strategy in open house is also key. So out of the 6 buyers,
Yeah.
how many offered? And in the end, why did this buyer decide to offer at highest ever record price in the whole history of Ghim?
So we had 2 offers that came in.
Yeah.
So because out of 6 buyers, right, you can tell lah, some of them really not very keen. Some of them really try to lowball.
Yeah.
So there was this auntie that came in and
Can you
said,
say the name of the auntie? I'm joking. joking.
the auntie that came in, right? Then she
Yeah.
said,
As an older
"Wow,
auntie,
yeah. She
putting
said,
out.
right, no lah, crazy lah. How come HDB selling for 1 million? HDB shouldn't be 1 million ma.
Yeah.
Then at first I tried to tell her, I mean, these are the transactions lah. If you look at it, then she said, no. I mean, if it's above 1 million, I don't want to consider.
Yeah.
Yeah. So usually as agents, right, we try to induce an offer.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, ultimately, we want the best for our sellers.
Yes,
ma.
yes.
My seller want to sell
High
it.
price.
Yeah. At a high price.
Yeah.
And then move on. Ma.
Yes.
Right? Then I tried to induce an offer from her. La. And then she's like, no, you go and tell your seller whether he's okay to consider under 1M. If he's okay, then you come back to me.
Yeah.
I said, okay, why don't you give me an offer lah?
Yes, and try.
What's your price?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's 900 plus, so be it. 900 plus, you give me a price. Let me go and try for you.
Yeah.
No. You go and tell your seller that if he's willing to consider 1M, then he come talk to me.
Yes.
Then I'm like, okay. You know,
Because we already know that it will be rejected lah.
Yeah.
We just want a check
correct.
offer to just encourage and start negotiation.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Because sometimes once the offer comes in, right, you know that they are serious.
And the buyer will want to offer more.
Correct.
Especially when we are representing the sell side.
Because buyer every time want the lowest price one.
Yes.
Naturally, if I go on carousel, right, the first thing I do is lowball people.
Correct.
Right?
Like if $500, I offer 150.
Yeah. So that was one of the buyer that came in.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of the day, after the 6 viewings, right, the next day I follow up with every one of them lah.
Yes.
Then once I knew one of them had a little bit of interest,
Yeah.
the agent told me that the buyer might want to offer.
Yeah.
Then she asked me what's my closing price lah.
Yes.
I said, okay, you bring me the offer first. Doesn't matter. You bring me the offer first. Then I went to every other buyer, right? I told them I might have an offer coming in.
Yes.
And likely we will have conclude by these couple of days lah. I
Yes.
said, you make me your best offer if you're interested lor.
Yes.
So I had 2 offers that came in.
Yeah.
One of it was 988.
Wow.
Yeah. The other one was 1M.
Yeah.
Yeah. And both also nowhere near lah, to be honest. Because the expectation was 1.05 ma, right? So I told the 988 guy lah, I said I have an offer that is currently higher. I said, you want me to make me your best or not? You make me your best, then I present lah. If not, I say very unlikely he'll take a lower offer.
100%. Yeah. Reject it for the sellers as well.
Correct, yeah. So he said, he thought about it. He said, no lah, 988 is the max he is willing to go. So the 1M1, the 1M1 was quite different. He's a very steady broker.
Yeah.
Damn steady. He called me. We were on the phone lah. Then he told me, say, bro, you try for me 1M first.
Yeah.
Then I say, okay. I say, but you can push higher or not?
Yeah.
He said, he try.
Oh no.
I said, yeah.
Good for us though. Good for us.
I say, you try to push your buyer higher lah.
Yeah.
I say, what's the max he can go? He said he gonna talk.
Yeah.
Then after he sent me a WhatsApp.
Yeah.
He said 1.018 can. I said, okay. After that, I say, you give me a while.
Yeah.
Let me go talk to my seller.
Yeah.
But of course, I haven't presented yet.
Yes. Because you feel that it can present, it
Correct.
can even be higher.
I think can be higher lah.
The buying instinct is there already.
Correct.
They're excited. Yeah.
After that, I call the co-broke again after like 10 minutes. I said, bro, you see, you try lah. Because I listed 1.3888.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1.0388. Although we wanted 1.05
Yeah.
lah. But because there were a lot of other units listing at a much lower
And
price.
the
So we
owners were
need to be more
reasonable about it
competitive
lah.
lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get the inquiries in. And then I told him, I said, bro, you try, you see, you can push to 1.03 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say very close. You could
That's
tell.
12K increase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say, you go and tell your buyer it's just 12K.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just 12K. 1.03, I think I can try to close.
Yeah.
So this broker is damn steady.
Yeah.
After 10 minutes, he called me back.
Yeah.
He said, okay, bro, 1.03 on.
Yeah.
You go and try to close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got
So
it.
now it's the boss on my court already.
Yes.
I need to go and present this
To the
deal
owner.
to the owner.
Yeah.
But do I think it's the best deal? I think it's
the best offer.
bloody good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. How to get?
And this is the
It's
fun fact.
25K.
Yeah, it's true. 25K above the highest transacted
Yes.
ever. And even more expensive than the 7th floor
Top floor,
above.
the top floor, yeah.
Right? So I think this is a pro tip, right? The third pro tip that I want to share with you guys is, from what Charlie has shared, is the next thing you want to do is always have that eagerness to follow up. And that's why I think it's always true that our clients also know this. If you pay peanuts, you're going to get monkeys, right? Because every single week, religiously, on one of the days of the week, we will call all the buyers and co-broke agents to induce offer. And that is the sensitivity, which is pro tip 4, to know exactly which buyer and which co-broke agent will waver. Because
Yes,
through that,
yeah.
you can represent the best for the seller.
Correct.
And just with 10 minutes of negotiation from 1 million to 1.18 to 1.03 million, 1.018 to 1.03 million.
Yeah.
So it means the owner practically didn't have to pay us commission because it came from the buyer,
Yes.
right? Because
Yes.
$30,000 more.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
it's top price as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember the owner was very happy, right? This
Yeah, he's very happy.
what was the response when they got the offer?
I want to get him to do a review for me.
Yes. What was the response when they saw the offer?
No, of course, there are thoughts in their head, lah.
Yeah.
You know, like say, maybe we hold out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hoping to get a higher offer.
Yeah.
But of course, I encourage them. I tell them as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Okay, truth is, this is what it is.
Yeah.
This is the offer.
Yeah.
Why is it a very good offer?
Yes.
And the thing is, we can hold out. Of course, we
Yeah.
can hold out.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, right, if there's a chance that we may not get this same offer.
100%.
Yeah.
Because when the listing first goes live in the market, whether it's a HDB, condo, or landed, if you price it high, you better make sure that the first week or the first 2 weeks of viewings, you get the highest offer.
Correct, yeah.
Because that's when the listing is still hot.
Yes.
Like fresh muffins out of the oven.
Yep.
Once it's old, people will start thinking, this person is not realistic, this person. And then that's when we have seen, especially when owners pass us a listing that's been in the market for 6 months to 1 year from a previous broker.
Correct.
Then they have to accept a lower price because people know about this listing that is in the market.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Great. So if there is just one pro tip that you want to share with other brokers or sellers out there, who's thinking like, they're struggling selling their home, they can't sell at the top price, what would it be?
I think basically all homes are very, very unique.
Yep.
So it's all down to finding that right buyer. If you want to sell at a top price, right? You need to find a buyer who appreciates your home.
Yep.
And wants to pay that kind of price.
Yep.
But how to find this kind of buyer?
Yes.
You need to cast your net very, very wide.
Yep.
If you just want to rely on Property Guru listings or every other portals, right? I think Property Guru is probably the biggest one, the best one, the best platform. Yeah. But if you want to find that specific buyer who wants to pay that kind of price, right, then your marketing has to be damn solid.
100%. And there are countless of homes that we have taken, right, that has sold through the home tours because either the buyer saw it and asked the co-broker agent to come or the buyer directly came to our listing.
Yes.
Because we have been in this market for 7 years and there's a huge following that we have that people follow to watch our listings, right? So the pro tip that you're saying is that every home is unique and the key is to find that buyer. And I totally agree. We need to have that instinct as brokers, right? If you're a broker watching this, you need to have the instinct to always think, don't reject yourself for a high price because sometimes you may sell at the top price and we always focus on that. But the key is to identify the right buyer or the right co-broker agent so that they can pay the highest price.
Correct,
right? And it doesn't mean that all the buyers that represent us, they always pay high because it depends on who we represent. Of course, if you represent seller, our duty is to get them the highest price. We represent buyer, our duty is to get them the lowest price. Right? And that's where negotiation comes in as well. Any other last thoughts to the audiences?
No, just engage us to sell your property at the highest price.
That's right. So if you have the QR code, it's going to be here. I think the QR code is right here, somewhere here. There's going to be attached. And this is exactly where you can contact us. Please don't just find us if your listing has been on the market for a long time. If it has been, we are up for the challenge. We want to hit the top price. Give us some hope lah. We hope that we can give you some hope actually, so that we can sell our home and we have done it so many times, right?
So many times,
because we are just so positive people and we're always so happy and always laughing and we're always challenging and aggressive to get the top price, right? And number two, if you have a fresh listing thinking of who to choose, it is okay. Meeting us up through the QR code is free. Right?
Exactly,
so just scan the QR code and get a couple of opinions lah before you. A lot of people think that J&A is a very expensive team or J&A only do luxury. It's not true. Fun fact, right? Out of the 4,000 transactions we have done, more than 50% is HDB.
Yes.
And the fun fact is that we have HDB specialists and even Charlie himself that sells HDBs as well at top price. It's just that not all HDBs can be shown because of the condition as well. And we also want to find the most cost-savvy way to help sellers sell at the top price. And we have non-stop, whether it's Telok Blangah, whether it's Punggol, Tampines, whether it's Ghim, we have constantly hit at the top price, right? So J&A is not just a team that sells GCB or luxury properties. Actually, we do a lot of mass market homes as well, okay? Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Locked In series. We hope you have benefited it. And, I just think that this particular video is going to be titled How We Transacted Ghim at the Top Price. It is not even creative. Okay, let the marketing team do it lah. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. My name is Jervis.
My name is Charlie.
And we will see you for the next Lock It series. Bye-bye.
Bye.